today we are getting into some really specific ancient instructions.
Yeah, we're looking at excerpts from Leviticus chapter 17.
Right. And this is, well, it's part of the religious text given through Moses to the Israelites back then.
That's it. Some pretty intense regulations,
And our focus today is really zeroed in on how they handled sacrifices, animals, and maybe most importantly, the rules around blood.
Mm-hmm. And the text itself, it actually gives reasons why. It connects the commands to some, well, profound ideas and consequences.
So our mission really is to kind of unpack these core commands. We want to understand the reasoning that's presented right there in the text.
Highlight some surprising bits, maybe?
Yeah, and just get a sense of why these rules were apparently so critical for them. So let's jump in.
Okay, let's unpack this. So it kicks off with a really firm command about animal sacrifices, your oxen, lambs, goats.
Right, where do you do it? Not just anywhere, apparently.
No, not just out in a field or something. Even if you were outside the main camp.
They had to bring the animal to one single place.
The entrance to the tent of meeting, that specific spot, right in front of the tabernacle.
And the reason given for this, it's quite direct, isn't it?
It really is. It explicitly says it's to stop them sacrificing in the open fields to these goat idols.
Goat idols, wow. The text says they'd been prostituting themselves to them, so this was about centralizing worship.
Exactly. Pulling it all back to the one legitimate place.
And if you didn't follow this, if you sacrificed somewhere else?
The consequences, well, it's severe. The text says that person is guilty of bloodshed.
Guilty of bloodshed just for sacrificing in the wrong spot.
Yes. It says they shed blood improperly, and the result, you must be cut off from their people.
Cut off? That's basically exile, right? Kicked out of the community, out of the covenant.
It sounds like it. A really serious outcome. And it applied to everyone, by the way.
Oh, right. Native-born Israelites.
And any foreigner living among them. Same rule, same consequence. Bring the sacrifice to the tent or face being cut off.
Okay, but then the rules get, maybe for us now, even more specific and maybe surprising. Let's talk about blood.
Ah, yes. The blood prohibition. It's incredibly strong.
How strong?
The text says, I will set my face against anyone who eats blood, and I will cut them off from the people.
There it is again. Cut off. Same ultimate penalty as sacrificing in the wrong place.
Exactly the same. So why? Why this total ban on eating blood?
And the text gives an answer, doesn't it? A really powerful sort of core statement.
It does. It says, point blank, for the life of a creature is in the blood.
The life is in the blood. That phrase feels key.
Absolutely key.
Yeah.
And it links that idea directly to atonement. Making things right, covering sin.
On the altar specifically.
Right. It says, I have given it the blood to you to make atonement for yourselves on the altar. It is the blood that makes atonement for one's life.
So blood wasn't just biological fluid. It actually represented life itself.
And it had this unique sacred job in their whole system. Atonement. That was its purpose on the altar.
Which explains the strictness.
Precisely. Because of that link life blood atonement, the command gets hammered home again. You must not eat the blood of any creature.
Because the life of every creature is its blood. Anyone who eats it must be cut off. Crystal clear.
Yeah. And it doesn't stop at just eating it. There are rules for hunters, too.
Ah, right. If you hunt a permitted animal, something you could eat.
You could just, cook it up. You had to drain the blood out first.
Drain it and cover with earth.
Cover with earth. Which, again, it sort of underlines that respect for the blood as the life source, returning it in a way.
Okay. And then there's one more related bit. Eating animals found dead.
Or torn by wild animals, things you didn't kill properly yourself.
What happens then? Is it the same cut-off penalty?
No, interestingly. Eating that makes you ceremonially unclean till evening.
Okay, so a temporary state. Impure for a time.
Right. And you had to wash your clothes and bathe to fix it. If you didn't do that, purification. Then you'd be held responsible. So notice the difference. It's accountability for not getting clean, not the immediate severe cutting off like for eating blood or wrong sacrificing.
Got it. So if we zoom out on Leviticus 17, we see this whole system, really.
Yeah, it's all connected. Where to sacrifice, don't eat blood.
Because life is in the blood, and that blood is for atonement.
How to handle hunted blood, what to do if you eat something found dead.
The principles seem pretty clear within that context anyway. Centralize worship, avoid idolatry.
And this profound significance placed on blood, linking it directly to life itself and its role in making atonement, plus maintaining ritual purity.
So for you listening in, trying to get informed quickly, these details really open a window, don't they?
They do. into the priorities, the foundational beliefs, you could say, of this ancient community and their covenant.
Okay, here's maybe a final thought, something from the text to chew on. We've seen how vital this idea of life in the blood was and its connection to atonement.
And how incredibly severe that consequence, being cut off from the people, was for breaking just these specific rules about sacrifice location and eating blood.
So what does that severity tell us about the absolute importance they placed on these particular commands within their whole worldview? Something to think about.